Hey guys, Buffing Game back today, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to do something different, user requested video. I know a couple of you guys were asking for me to do kind of like a walkthrough as to how to win more Warzone games. So today I'm going to walk you through a good example of what I feel is kind of a game where you're going to have everything thrown at you. You'll see me and my partner Mooman here go through, and I'm going to walk you through this and just show you how the best way I approach winning games. This is a prime example. So first off, what I'll do is just walk through the class setup here before we jump into the gameplay, and then we'll walk through it. And you'll see just about, like I said, everything kind of thrown at me and my partner here in this game. But to begin with, I'm running the M13. Now, this is my custom low visibility assault weapon build for SIG. So again, the M13 in real life is the SIG Virtus. So what I have here is just a custom setup. I'm utilizing the Tempest Cyclone. This is going to assist with the sound suppression and bullet velocity. The cons here are the ADS speed. This is the integral suppressor barrel on this. I'll link the video for this down below. I went through a much more in-depth detail, and you'll see some more gameplay with this to see how you like it. So when it's like that, skipping out on the laser. Now, obviously, because we have an integral suppressor, the muzzle attachment is rendered null. Now, for the optic, I go to my preferred optic being the integral hybrid or Leopold hammer. So this is going to give us that 3.25 toggle with the red dot mounted on top of the weapon. Again, just going to negate our ADS speed a little bit there, but not too much. Skipping out on the stock and the perk, I'm going to run the rubberized grip tape. This is just going to assist with the recoil control a little bit because this is mainly built for short to medium range, but when I'm going out to medium to long range, it'll still assist to keep my shots on target a little bit more. So again, recoil control, the cons being the aim and stability. 60 round magazine, just because I'm not running in solo, is going to be engaging. Here we're running duos, so it's going to be at least 2 targets at once, possibly. So again, we're going from the standard 30 round of 5.56 by 45 NATO to the 60 rounds. So we're going to increase our magazine capacity. The cons there, ADS speed as well as movement speed, but the way we have this built, you're not going to notice it. And then for the underbarrel, I'm running with the Merc foregrip. This is proved lately to be better than the Ranger foregrip for recoil stabilization. Now also, since we have a close to medium range build of the weapon, it's going to help out with our hip fire accuracy, and the cons there being the ADS speed and aim walking movement speed. So I'm running that. Typically just a pistol here. I tend to swap this out or get another loadout drop at some point, but this game didn't really happen. I picked up something else though, so just to carry something here, you'll notice I do have it suppressed just so I stay off the minimap. Perks here, for this one I'm running EOD just so I survive RPGs or rockets, and C4. They won't do as much damage to me. I'm running Ghost so I stay off the minimap, and then Amp so I can swap to my secondary or back to my primary faster. So these are kind of interchangeable. You'll also see me run Cold-Blooded in that perk 1 slot, as well as Shrapnel in that perk 3 slot with a lot of classes as well. And then I'm running C4 and a heartbeat sensor. Again, a lot of people don't run Ghost, so you'll see me popping UAVs and running this as well. But that's the setup. So let's go ahead now and jump into the gameplay. So we'll start off here again. Mooman and myself are jumping into this game, and we positioned ourselves right off the bat here to come to police station over behind airport. This is a good spot because you do have an ammo cache in that building.
A lot of guys going to,
and the goal here, just you'll see, we're looking around, make sure no one else is going to land with us. Landed on the roof, so we have high ground right off the bat. And then basically what we want to do is clear the area and loot. And then from there, we're going to move on down towards these buildings right to the northeast of police station. Now, there was initially a bounty down here that we saw is off the map now, so we knew there's people that at least were here. And as we move in, you see that there's a quad here that we both call out. So what we're going to do here is Moo's going to engage. Now, I picked up this Javelin. I was going to lock him, but they wanted a weird angle, so I ended up just pushing. He downed the one guy here. So this is just good teamwork. He's putting sustained fire on them while I kind of flank and come up behind them, and ended up wiping him after Moo definitely did all the damage there. So I just kind of came in and cleaned that up a little bit. Definitely good engagement, good teamwork there. He kept sustained fire. Really sticking and moving is the key to a lot of engagements, is keeping fire on them as well while someone else will flank. You don't want to stay in one position when you're shooting. You always want to be moving. Shoot and move is always a good tactic. Now, here we go. We're just trying to get enough money for our loadout drop, and here I notice that there's a thing there for the recon missions, and I noticed I spot a couple guys there, and then there's more that landed on this roof. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run up, try to engage those guys. I know they're on the roof here. A bit of an odd situation because there's 2 on my roof, or at least 1 depending on if 1 died. And then there's that one guy that I spotted coming down from the southeast, right there looking at me. So I spot him for Moo, and now we're just communicating to try, and I'm letting him know where that guy is. You can see there's another recon stationed there also. And at this point, I can hear people on my top of the roof of my building here, so we're calling out. Moo's still looking southeast. Now I hear them running, so one obviously dropped. I go ahead and engage him. Now his teammate obviously just has a pistol, or maybe it was the enemy, so I go ahead, clean that guy up. I'm going to go back into this building and try and get a better position. And you can see on the minimap there he did get in that car, so my partner here, Moo, is going to move to engage. And I don't know what this guy was thinking. He was just driving around in circles for whatever reason, just a sure way to get killed. So here, Moo just disables the vehicle and then cleans him up. Pretty easy kill. Definitely not what you want to do. And then you can see this guy just threw a grenade, blew up the vehicle, almost killed Moo, and then he called in a cluster, which is definitely a smart decision. But you can see here on the minimap, Moo is repositioning. And then fast forward a little bit here, he actually got sniped from this guy. So this guy's going to push us pretty aggressively here. He sniped Moo on the roof, and you'll see I notice him in that window. So I have to climb a ladder to get to him. Not easy. So I'm going to put some suppressive fire down. I notice he's not in the window anymore. And I'm going to climb up the ladder and try to get him. Now, he hits me twice and somehow didn't kill me. Luckily, he hit me only in the body, so my armor took it. And if he had just shot me in the head, it would have instantly killed me. So, again, you can see he's pushing. He's throwing grenades right now and pushing us really aggressively. And we're communicating. I can hear this guy in the building. So this is a weird engagement. This guy, again, very aggressive. We switched positions. He's up on the roof, and now I'm just going to try and throw a trophy to throw him off. And then Moo's going to push him more aggressively there and ends up downing him and team wiping him. So that guy definitely pushed us very aggressively. Really weird that he was going position to position. Definitely smart plays by him. But basically in a situation like that, we're trying to make him come to us and get the tactical advantage on the engagement. Is really the key to a lot of engagements is make sure you have tactical advantage, trying to position yourself behind cover, which we were doing on that roof as much as possible. Now, here we're going to move down to get our loadouts, and here you'll see I pick up my M13 on my low visibility assault weapon build. Now, fast forward, we're back at police station right above it. We're trying to move up the road to fire station. And I'm asking Moo for some rockets, so things start going south right here. He drops me some rockets and just gets owned by these guys camping up on the hill on the edge of the map there. So here I'm going to pop a UAV to try and get an idea where these guys are. And you can see on the UAV they're just right hugging the edge of the map for some reason. Very crazy position for two guys to be in. It's hard for me to get eyes on target just because they're so far up there and there's a lot of rocks that are blocking my line of sight on them. So what I'm going to do is run back down the hill and reposition. And the idea behind this is to get out of the area and do a hard flank if I can, because Moo's already down and dead, so he's either going to have to win Gulag or I'm going to come back. So I'll open up my minimap, spot them there so I know around where they are. And now what I'm going to be doing here is I did a hard flank down and around, and I'm coming back up this hill. So this is about 3 to 4 minutes have passed here. So they think I'm gone, and what I'm doing is just coming with a very aggressive hard flank, try and get position on them. I know whereabouts they are, and I'm going to use this javelin, and I'm going to take a look with the flare mode here just to see what I can see. If they don't have cold-blooded on, I'll be able to spot them. And there's one. I thought that was a guy initially, but there's one. His partner's running on the bridge. So I'm going to fire it. Now, here I heard some footsteps, so I know there's a guy here. And there he is on the heartbeat. So what I'm going to do is just engage, try and position that hill in front of me as much as I can, and just peek my head up and end up dropping him. Now, obviously, the good thing is that this M13 or the LVAW is a very good weapon, very high rate of fire, so I'm able to down these guys in a lot of one-to-one engagements like that. Now, we fast forward again. I bought Moo back here, so this helicopter is pushing him. And luckily I have this javelin, so I'm going to launch at it. And this is a good tactic just because I picked this up off the ground, and in duos I noticed there's a lot of aggressive like helicopter action, so it gets them out of the chopper. I noticed this guy parachuting down, so I'm going to take him out pretty easily and get rid of him. And I'm not sure if there was more than one or another person that was in that chopper, but Moo's getting shot at here, so I'm going to move up to him. And now, right there, he spots a guy and snipes him at a pretty impressive range, pretty far out. So this is where things start getting pretty crazy here. I'm going to take out my javelin again, just use that FLIR mode just to try and see what I can see down there. Now, I have cold-blooded, but I'm able to see where they are, so I can put some suppressive fire on them. And then we're going to move up to this bridge. And this guy definitely didn't deploy his parachute in time. And now you can see I'm getting shot from above the bridge, so this guy must have bailed out. This is the other guy that came out of that helicopter. It must have been. And Moosh killed him and ended up getting him with one shot. So we're going to move up, and now we notice there's people at police station. So there's an engagement down there, and we notice here comes at least one of the guys up on this quad. So I have some C4. We have tactical advantage. He has to come to us with a circle. So I'm going to throw that C4. He's got to veer out, and then he just didn't get behind cover, unfortunately for him. So we had great position. And now here comes the other guy following him up, which tried to ram us, and he almost got me twice there, which I was very lucky that he didn't kill me. Fortunately, I was out of C4, but I'm able to put enough fire on to disable the vehicle, forcing him to get out of the car. And you can see behind the barrier here, I'm putting myself again behind that barrier for cover in case I need to get down, and I'm able to take him out. Now, here we go again, another car pushing us from fire station. Moo's going to call this out, and I'm going to, again, try and move to help him out and end up downing this guy. Now, in this position, I'm not sure if there's more than one, even though we're communicating, so I want to stay behind cover, but it turns out it was just the one. So now here's this initial team that moved down, and I fired that javelin at from down the hill, so they're trying to push up here, and I have them on the heartbeat. So again, what I'm going to do is try and reposition to cover. Now, luckily this guy had armor and stuff for me. Now I'm putting myself behind this barrier. What I should have done here is mount this, because it would have really made me more accurate at this type of range. I'm able to break his armor and down one of them.
Don't push, we're good.
And then here, I still need to put some armor on, so Moo's keeping an eye on them, and then I'm going to get engaged above the bridge again. So I don't know where this guy came from. Thought we cleared everybody out up there, but it must have been somebody else over back by fire station. But luckily, I was able to get armor on, and then I'm not really sure where this guy went. He had me, he definitely had me there, but I was able to get back in the bridge with Moo. And so now we have 3 other people. One's above us. There's 2 down the hill there that are going to have to push up. So I'm going to put out that barrier, and all we have to do really is wait for these guys to push to us. And you can see the other guy is going to, above us, is going to engage both of them. So right now, I'm behind this barrier mounted, so they have to come to us with the gas. And there's a guy above us. So they both die. The guy above them, or above us, killed both of them. And now, this is where it gets tricky. You got to navigate this final circle. This is going to be moving, and we know he's above us, and I know he's going to be up and to the left of me when we come out of this bridge. So you can see now the circle shifts. It's good because people can't camp, but this is crazy just because he bailed out of there. So he's going to be above us. It's going to be really hard. Right here, you notice there's no cover. We have to go out in the open. All he has to do is have C4 or a rocket, and we're done. There's 0 cover besides staying against tight to the rocks and making him almost look straight down. So here, I'm going to push out. The idea is not to stay together, so we can draw fire to one of us, and he ends up sniping Moo there. I get hurt pretty bad, and I'm surprised he didn't finish me. I get on some hard cover here and put the last of my plates in. And now this is kind of a cat and mouse game. He's gonna, for some reason, he's trying to snipe me. I don't know if he's out of ammo with his assault rifle or what. But he's gonna keep pushing up here. And then he does something really stupid. Moo's dead. I know I can't save him. He just jumps down. And luckily, again, I think he was out of assault rifle ammo. So I'm able to just, luckily I have enough 60-round magazine to have sustained fire. I'm able to spin around and keep basically until I identify where he is and get him down. And so, unfortunate for him, it was pretty crazy that he was up there. Again, a lot of people like to get up there. It's a really weird final circle. Really, we would have won that earlier had there not been one person up there. Those other people would have had a push to us. But that's really the tactic for winning more Warzone games. Really, I try to pick my engagements, tactically manipulate the circle, and put myself on cover as much as possible. Very rarely am I out in the open just running around, and typically trying to go cover to cover. Buildings have objects where I can mount to have more accurate shots down range. And again, it definitely helps when you have a good teammate who you can both communicate, and one can put fire on while the other is positioned and doing flanks like that. So we had some good flanks there. That's really I think an example of a great win and how to
Beautiful win.
how to get wins with almost everything else being thrown at you there. I think we encountered just about everything you could see there in a duo match. So nice 13 kill dub. Let me know down below what you guys think. Hopefully this helps out. Leave your questions. I'll try and get back to you guys. Want to see more type of videos like this where I walk through different wins and tactical advantages, things like that, how I think in the end game. Go ahead and comment down below. Until next time, this is Buffner Gaming, out.